All right, well, so I was talking to a friend of mine and we were talking about what we carry in our bag. I just got done with my season. We're almost July here, mid-June. I'm in Minnesota, and basically because we only get beautiful weather like 3 months out of the year, the bowling alley's all but shut down. So right now my bag is a little overloaded, but we can talk about that as things go through. This is what I carry for my backpack. Now I do carry my shoes in my bowling bag currently. Just that way my shoes are with my balls, because I have ironically forgotten this bag, which was rather inconvenient. You'll see why here on the first pouch. Thumbs. Now, we'll talk about thumbs here in a second as I dig these out. I have more. I have more that are in balls. Most important thing, a couple pens. I keep my thumb tape. This is just a sample pack, but I'm going to be getting some more of this. I don't typically need this. I do have a couple of turbo thumbs that don't fit quite right, and I get a pinch. You can actually kind of see right here where it pinches. So in my front pouch I've got thumbs. Now I'll go like this. That one doesn't even fit right now. Like I said, I'm in Minnesota. It is fairly warm today. I want to say we're getting up to close to 80 degrees. But in January, when it's minus whatever, minus 20 or whatever, then that one does fit. Now, as you can see, I've got a boatload of turbos. I think it was this one. You see I broke that one. I've got a couple of those I broke. I've had a teammate where his ball comes back without him. So I am now switching over to Jopo thumbs. 3 tabs and threads versus 2 tabs. You can see how much more secure that is. I mean, it's not even worth discussing. So, I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail on that, but move those out of the way. Like I say, ibuprofen, a couple pens for tournaments, and that's that little tiny front pouch. Now this next pouch opens up. This is actually an entire Jopo thumb and the tool. Now I don't need the tool probably 95% of the time, but once in a while. In this pouch I've got a BAM pad, I use CTD stuff. I'm proud of it. Here's my patch. I've got a couple of pads, and these actually both need to be cleaned. And then I got my rosin bag. So, fair amount of stuff. And this little compartment, I got a few chocolates in case blood sugar is getting down. Pretty beat chocolates, but hey, if you're getting to that point, you know you need them. Hey, look, I found another pen. And easy slide. That, as you can tell, was way in the bottom because I rarely use it. But every once in a while you run into an occasion. So I'm going to slide down here. Now the big main compartment. Now most of this stuff is my cleaning supplies. I do carry a little juice box. By juice box, I'm talking, I'll show you, power supply. So, Milwaukee USB juice box. I should probably check still fully charged. I've got my Life After Death. These are my strictly cleaning cloths. Those need to be cleaned as well because, well, we're at the end of the season. This is my toolkit. I'll break that out here in a minute. My sanding stuff. Changing grits at a tournament. Now we get down into... I got all my slide pads for my shoes. I need to get a bigger bag for those. I did a tournament towards the end of the year, so I just threw in bulk tape. That's just in case. With the changeable thumbs, I rarely need tape, but every once in a while, I've got one that is, shall we say, ginormous sized for summer, or let's say I smash my thumb and it's swollen. Every once in a while, I have to get to that thumb and end up needing to put some tape in it. That's pretty rare, but you never know. And then way down in the bottom, because I usually try and change them before the tournaments, I've got a bag of grips, each size of what I use. So that's that. And then this one does have a laptop pouch. I throw my tablet in because I use Bowler. Oh, I gotta make sure dog doesn't get that. Puppy getting chocolate would be bad news. So I do use that for all my tracking. And I carry that with me. My fan, I do have a little fan that is, I believe, in the car. I had put it on the charger, and in the car, and it, I think, is down underneath the seat. So I carry a lot of stuff. Realistically, one bottle of this, I had ordered a second one. It came in. I just threw it in there because one of them's almost empty. Obviously, you want these. These I'll probably put in my extra room, or on my rack where I put my bowling balls. Cleaning cloths, sanding pads. I mean, all of this, other than the excessive number of grips, which are super light, and the excessive number of tape, realistically, I don't see this being an abnormal amount of stuff for a bag. Now, this kit is my quick grab kit. I got thumb tape. That's just the black tape. This one is the white tape. Shoe brush. Super glue for doing grips. Little piece of sandpaper for thumb hole if something gets out of whack. Like on, I believe it was this one. I had to sand on that to get it to not, that's on the back edge. So it wasn't on a problem area, but even back here, on that back edge of your thumb, you can feel it. Cuticle scissors. I've used these things for stupid things. It's been amazing. Athletic tape, like starting to get tendonitis going or something like that. Or who knows? This stuff is another thing that you'll use in weird places. New skin, which is not looking real healthy. Gonna have to get some more of that. Down in the bottom, I got a multi-tool. Got your pliers, knife, all that stuff. Use that for pulling tape if I need to. Extra shoelace. Yes, I still have shoelaces. I don't have the boas. So, little file. Nail file kit. I also use the tip of this for setting tape. So that works out nice. It's not real strong. You can see I've bent it. But there's times that's nice to have. You get a hangnail or something, you can sand it down versus cut it off. Speaking of cut it off, nail clippers. And then I've got a marker for if I need to mark something. The little patches for the new skin. And a razor knife. So that's what I carry in that little kit. And it's pretty stuffed in there. I'd like to find something a little bigger. Maybe use this for my thumbs. Or, I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. If you guys have other ideas for me. But this is the stuff I used to carry in my bag. Everything was all in my bowling bag. And, you know, that makes the bag even heavier. It's nice to have the backpack. Also with the backpack, I tend to remember my tablet. So it is definitely helpful to have the backpack. And, you know, the thumbs don't get scattered. I have them in one compartment. Now, I have been looking at a bag made by a company called Nexus. And they've got a really cool design. You got the main body of the bag. Has some dividers you can put stuff in. The bottom of it has an actual shoe compartment that's breathable. And then it has two compartments that you clip and Velcro to the front. It's a military style pack. And that really has perked my curiosity. So I think I'm going to be ordering one of those at some point. And put all this stuff in there. So, like I say, I am more than happy to take suggestions if any of you guys have suggestions. Yes, some of it's overkill. Do I need 3 rags for wiping down dirty equipment? Probably not. But they're all in one bag and contained. I leave the bag just a little bit open. That way the air comes out and they can breathe. I try and put that one on top. And generally, they're dry when I go to use them the next time. Same thing with this one. If I end up using the sanding pads, I leave it cracked for a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want, I'll do a comparison on the Jopo versus Turbo. And like I say, it's not even a conversation at this point. So I don't know how I'm going to do this with one hand, but see if I can prop my phone on my... So this tool clips in, and it's one full revolution before that thing will come out. So there, it finally... There. You spin it in. I don't know that I'll be able to do this with one hand, but you'll hear the click. Very solid engagement. So, let me know what you guys carry. I'd be interested to know if you think I'm nuts for carrying everything I do, or if you see something here that you think's a good idea. I'm happy to talk about it. Stay healthy, my friends, and look to see you on the lanes.